Good morning and thank you for joining us on Daybreak, Tuesday's edition, reaching you live from Edo Broadcasting Service, Aduwawa, Benin City, Edo State. It's a good day and it is a day the Lord God has made, and I hope you said thank you this morning when you woke up from your bed. Right, as usual, we have a lot to keep you entertained, educated, and enlightened. It's a breakfast program and a lot is coming your way this morning. We have the family segment, we have the health segment, we have the political segment, and even the religious segment. All this segment put together to keep you glued to your television set. My name is Josephine Einihe, and Peggy Uikwa is with me. Peggy,
Good morning, and viewers, good morning. It's your Daybreak, as she's rightly said. It's a breakfast show, and we are welcoming you to this program. And the first day of February, last month here just gone, yesterday, and today is the first day and the first Tuesday of the month of February. We are welcoming you to the show. We said just stay tuned, and you will be glad indeed as you listen. God bless you.
All right, happy new month to you listening to us. But let's see what the papers are saying this morning on the Punch Online. APC February Convention of Setting, Peace Panel demands extension. Human parts found with me for my ex-boss, promising 30 million naira reward. This is attributed to the driver. Malami to decide Electoral Act B, National Assembly transmit documents to Buhari. Ukraine leave Belarus now. US tells families of government employees. There have been a lot of shakings in Ukraine, Russia, and some other countries. Okay, committee announces program for allow Akala's burial to commence Valentine's Day. 2 missing as Japanese fighter jet crashes. Beauty pageant devastated by suicide of Miss USA 2019. I just can't imagine why somebody would just want to take his own life. There's nothing new under the sun.
Nothing new.
Just hold on to your God, pray to God, and pray you meet the right people. The right people will help you out. All right, landowner returns Unilag lecturers 6 million naira after Punch report. Tax force bust drug dealers hideout, arrest 2 in FCT. 2 arrested for stealing Ogumona's crown. Staff, okay. 243 firms justify for CBN's multi-billion naira loan scheme. National Assembly threatens sanctions against MDAs over secret lopsided recruitment. People misrepresenting revenue collection issue in Anambra. Okay, that's the new governor, Soludo. Federal government probes 17 firms over breach of customers' private data ags funds. Okay, can only do Punch this morning, but for more details you get the hard copies or you go online. All right, this is the month of love. Love is here. Everybody's Valentine's month and Lovers Month. And how is your relationship? How is the home temperature right now? Okay, we have our marriage counselor this morning. She's going to give us a peep of what we're going to expect on this segment, on the family segment this morning before going for the news. So this morning we'll be looking at bringing back the flame into your home. As a month of love, and we all need that flame, that amber, that thing that ignites the love in the home. How do you bring back that flame? What do you do to sustain the flame if it's there already? And how do you do to bring it back? This is what we'll be looking at this morning.
How do you sustain it?
Okay.
How do you sustain it?
All right. Our marriage counselor is with us. Pastor Richard Spennyman, when you welcome this morning.
Thank you. Good morning, and good morning, viewers.
Can I wish you happy Valentine's month?
Yes, please. I want it. I need it.
When a woman do that to a woman, the other woman feel something people would think that
the other way around, but it's
they don't
not.
know that
It's not. It's a love of month.
Yes.
I mean, it's months that is full. This month is full of love.
Yes.
It's February, and February it's love, 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 love on the way, and that's why I particularly like the topic we're about to look at.
All right, bringing back the flame in your relationship, whether you are into relationship, whether you're married, what kind of relationship you are, especially the boy, man or woman, the other boy, girl, man, woman relationship. How do you bring back your flame? Pastor Rachel Spain, my marriage is shaky right now. My relationship is shaky right now. And summer, I don't want to leave a relationship. I love this person. How can I bring back that love, that spark that brought us together?
Yes. Now I want you to know that this question she's asking me is not just for those who just the newlywed, or those who are planning their wedding, or those who are still in relationship. Even for you who already have 7 children, even for you who already have, like we always say, dozen, and you're like, well, I'm just there for my children, not for that man. We are, in fact, you are the one we are talking to now. When you have been in a love relationship with your husband for years, you've had children, you've had issues, and some of the issues are unresolved, they have been thrown under the rug, and you're just there. What do you do to bring back that aura, that flame that was there from the onset? What do you do? That's what we are talking about. Number 1, try not to be too negative.
Okay, try not to be too negative about your partner. All right, we're coming back after the morning news because we want to bring back our love life. So stay with us after the morning news. Please don't go away. Thank you for staying connected. It's Daybreak, Tuesday's edition, reaching you live from the Broadcasting Service, Aduwawa, Benin City, Edo State. We are on the family segment this morning, and we're looking at bringing back the flame in your relationship. February is a love month. It's a month of sharing love and all the good things of life. This is the month. And so this morning we'll be looking at how do you rekindle love in your relationship. And we have some guests with us this morning. We'll be looking at it on rekindling love, or the flame. You have to, the embers, you have to flame it up so that the relationship will be sweet. We have Pastor Rachel Spain again, once again.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, another pastor is in the house. Pastor Maswe Ayumano. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. And Pastor Rachel Spain, before we went for the break, looking about what to do, what are the things you should consider to bring back the flame in the relationship. So can you just start all over again?
Okay. Where we took it from when we started earlier on, it's from the point where some persons watching us now were like, well, I know they are not talking to us because, for us, we are no longer in all this because I'm just here because of my children. For the children, I would have long get out of this home, and all of that. And we emphatically say it's actually you. Because of you, we are bringing this broadcast this morning. You can bring back the flame. You can bring it back. Even if you have 7 children, 6, 12. You can, first of all, be determined about it. Number 1. Number 2, stop all the many negativity. For example, a man is just entering to the house. What is this? Everywhere is scattered. Where's your mother? All the shouting and all of that. And look at the food. Complaining. Stop. Try to be positive. Try to see the right thing about your partner. Number 3, try to start that dating again. You know what it means. It's not very easy, but you can work it out. The way you used to love that girl those days, before you now eventually decide, okay, let's enter into marriage. I want you to be with me for the rest part of my life. Try to start looking at her again with that eye. Look at him again with that eye. There are things you feel she should start doing, maybe the way she dressed. There's a way you can, put it to her or put it to him. Or like I was saying somewhere recently, if you feel the teeth of your husband has now become something that when you look at, you're like, where do I start from? You can start from somewhere. I was surprised recently. I was with some medical persons, and they told me there's something you can do to your teeth to whiten everything. Everything will become white again. There's something you can do to your eyes, and your eyes will bounce back. There's something you can do. And so start it and tell your husband, we are in this together and we go nowhere. If we are in this together and we go nowhere, then we have to start working it out. Don't always look at the issue as if it's hopeless. There's actually hope if only you will take steps. So start dating again afresh, and then try also to do many eye contact. And many of us, we don't want to look at it. No, why would I look at it? If I'm looking at my wife, please start it again. There's a way you use your eye to talk to your spouse, and then he just decodes what you're trying to say. Look at his eyeball, look at her eyeball, and I can go on and on, but because I'm not here alone, let me pause it here.
Okay, Pastor Maxwell, we are talking about how to bring back the flame in marriage, relationship. And there's a way, from the foundation, there's something that clicks someone together. And along the way, something happened. We know it's love. So what really happened that a man and a woman, after for a very long time, they cannot really go back to that same, we are saying, how do you bring back this love? How do you bring out the fire into the love? So why will a spouse suddenly we just say, no, we just get tired of the relationship?
When we say bringing back the flame, of love or romance in a relationship, as it started, as it were, when it started, it means something was lost. If it was lost, it means it was there. Only that along the line, it got lost.
Yes.
So if whatever is lost can be found. In the book of Luke chapter number 15, verse 8 and 9. The Bible says, either what woman, having 10 pieces of silver, if she lose one, will she not light a candle and search diligently for it till she found it? And when she has found it, she will call her friends and neighbors, saying, rejoice with me, I have found a piece which I lost. So she lost something. She took diligent step to look for that thing she lost. And the Bible says she found it. Then when she found it, rejoicing started again. Remember when the first rejoicing they had was during the marriage. Everybody gathered, they was rejoicing. So she lost something in the process. Sadness came in. When she found it, rejoicing started again. So the first step, in bringing back that spark of love in relationship is to agree with yourself that indeed something is lost. Then if something is lost, identify the things that were lost. The things that got lost along the line. What got lost? You see, when somebody is after a woman, you know, they will spend all the time calling her. Like my friend joked one time and said, he said, probably he's even watching that, he said he had a misunderstanding with the girl he was dating there. He said, even MTN will know that something happened between her and this girl. He said, because for that period, there was no call again, no text message. Because the calls are texting, he will run to my house, 10 o'clock in the night, I beg, give me 500, I want to buy a charge card. You know, I must talk with this girl this night. So that was something that was exciting, that was sparking up, that was making the thing work in the beginning. Along the line, that also got missing. And what is that? That's communication. So, you know, if the both of them can sit down to identify what got missing along the line. Then number two, why were those things missing? What happened? Is it because of the job load, workload in the family, or financial stress, or children that came in, you know? And I always tell people, you must understand that on the long run, if children that came into the marriage is the reason why you don't have that viable, strong communication with your husband anymore, or your wife anymore, along the line, you should know that you are not going to live with those children forever. This man or this woman is the person that is still going to spend the remaining days of your life with you. The children will marry, they will leave the house with both of you together. So having that in mind, you know, you must take conscious step, like the woman we read in the Bible, conscious step to tell yourself, this is the person I'm going to live with the remaining days of my life. I must see how, you know, to make this thing work. I must take steps to make this thing work. How do I make it work? Identify how you started. The book of Revelation says, go back to your first love. Identify how you started. Those things that made it sweet from the beginning, go back to those things and start again.
All right, thank you so much. Pastor Richard's been, okay, bringing back this flame, take a lot of work to do this, because something is missing and you want to bring it back. Well, in a process, you find yourself that while doing this, the other partner is not responding. You are the one doing it. You're trying to bring back the flame, try to avoid negativity, try to be more romantic. And the other person, it's not concerned. What will you not do?
All right. I like this question because this is where many people get frustrated. I'm just doing it, and he's not even, or she's not complying. I was somewhere speaking, and I told the people, I said, in every home, and it is true, every home have an actor. The actor could be the man or the woman. Who is an actor? You know, when you watch film now, no matter how much a particular person was beaten, the gunshot and everything, and you see the person at the end of the film is still alive, even though maybe one part of the body is battered, but the ultimate is not dead. And you say, wow, this is the actor. Actor, no, they die for film, you know, and all of that. So the actor in a home is the person that is making effort to work things out. Making effort. The other person is not even responding, yet he's not giving up. I always ask people, do you want to be the actor or you want to be the spectator? Every home has a spectator. If you are not making effort to make that home work, you are a spectator. But if it's the man, the woman that is making effort, paying the bills, you know, making sure the children grow up with morals, making sure the home is tidy, making sure there is no, you are not always screaming and shouting and beating and neighbors gathering. You know, the other person, and you see now in every call, you say the other person want to shout, the other person, bring down your voice now. I don't want the other people. The person that is always doing that is the actor. And so this person is the one that is working things out. And don't give up. Don't say, okay, because my husband is not, well, let's scatter the home. I'll be counseling, and I'm still counseling. Most cases they bring to me, I always discover one person will say, well, anytime you want to see us, I'm available. Anything you want me to do, the other person will like, well, I don't have time. And I will now join forces with either the man or the woman who is ready for settlement to now start pursuing the other person to make sure there's settlement. So please don't give up if you are that person. I want to quickly add this. If you want to put back the flame, you want the spark again to come back to your marriage, you must forgive. In every marriage, there are, in fact, 1001 issues where the other person just like, I'm bearing. He just will not change. You know, some people say it's out there, or he's doing that one. If you come out, you come inside, he's zero or she's zero. And I always say people, what you are doing out there, what you are known for, if you have not started it at home and your spouse know you for it, and it's only outside they're clapping for you, you have not actually started it. You need to go back again to the drawing board so that the thing can really be, holistic. I love that English.
All right, before Peggy, there's this the way we talk when we are like hot. We bring out some.
I just want to say it the way it is.
And the words we say sometimes can be hurtful. How do you manage your words in a relationship so that you don't hurt the other person? Because sometimes I'm offended and I just want to spill it up because I don't want to have BP, and so I have to say it the way it is. How do you manage to restrain yourself even when you are hurt in a relationship?
Well, it's not a day work. It's not overnight. Many of us have been there. It's not overnight because from our background, that's what we're used to. Just say the way it is. If you want to die, die. That's just say the way it is. So, but you that have a spouse who does not know how to control words, you need to take time to absorb and to keep gently putting it to him or her that, please, the way you use words. Not when the tension is high. Probably when he's happy and 12 I just do your romance, just start that, please, the way you talk, please, it hurts me. Then gradually, the thing will begin to die down. But if you're like, no, the way you give me, I will give him. I don't want to, that home will always be on fire. That's why I say, choose to be the actor of your marriage. Right. So that marriage can
Pastor,
work.
can you add to it?
I want to look at feelings.
No, don't you go. Let's say something on this, please.
You see, a lot of times, we cut our root from this. We cut our trees from the stem. When you cut a tree from the stem, it will grow again. When issues like this, if we do not deal with it from the roots, such relationship will keep having these up and downs. So it's a question of identifying. For example, there's this family that I knew many years ago. The wife was always complaining about the husband. So one day, I think the wife was having her birthday party and she invited us. So I visited with some friends. Right from the gate of the compound, I started noticing error. You get it? Because now, I wasn't close to the husband. It was the wife I knew. She was the one who was always coming to complain. But right from the gate, I started noticing error. Things that I will not take as a husband. That I will not allow. That if I have a wife that is like that, she must change from. Right from the gate of the compound, right into the
What do you really notice, for example?
Let me tell you some of the things I noticed. For example, right on the parlor, I noticed this can of red oil on the table. Oh, the very fine, magnificent house, the can, that's sometimes supposed to be in the kitchen, was on the table. So as the man was walking me up to the car, he said, Pastor, this my wife, it's too dirty. This my wife, too dirty. You get it? So I got the message immediately. Now, the man is complaining, the woman is complaining, the man is humanizing, the man does that, the man does. But I now found out, no matter the prayers you pray, because she is seeing it like it's a spiritual problem. You get it ahead. This is where the message. No matter the prayer you pray, if you do, the Bible told us in Sons of Solomon 2:15, say, catch the forces, the little forces that spoil the vine. Those little things, those little, you call them small, but these are the things that the man sees as issue. You get it? If you deal with those things, you see, nobody was born with a bad habit. All bad habits were cultivated. You see, all bad characters were cultivated. If it was cultivated, it means that you can take conscious steps. Like our sister here said, it's not a day's job. It requires discipline, a lot of discipline. You tell yourself, this is something I must change from. I was talking with a young lady in the church on Sunday. She came to see me after the service and she was discussing something very touching to me. How she lost a prospective husband recently. And she said, there's this habit, that character I have. How do I change from it? You get it? So I told her, I said, okay, I wrote some things for her. And I told her, recite it to yourself 11 times every day. Just every day when you wake up, recite it 11 times. Place it, gum it on your bedside. Every day when you wake up, make sure you recite it 11 times every day, because the things you recite have a way of staying in your memory and have a way of reflecting and and deciding your actions. You get it? So if there is something this man has been complaining about, that this is something I don't like, list them out, identify them. If you do not uproot the root from the tree from the root, it will grow again. Deal with those things. Take conscious step to deal with those. It's not really easy. It's not easy. Dealing with habit, dealing with characters issue is not easy. But you tell yourself, I want to make this thing work. No matter the hundreds of prayer or night vision you do, if those character issues are not dealt with, there will continue to be problem.
Okay. Still bringing back the flame in the relationship. So let's talk about feelings, emotion, in bringing back a flame in the relationship. We know that if, for instance, in one way or the other, you have been battered or being hurt your feelings, emotion, how can you bring back that emotion or feeling in the marriage or relationship? I'm talking to you.
Yeah. Well, I like what somebody said. He said, looking at the husband, he said, we are in this together and we go nowhere. If that statement is true, first of all, feeling is first of all a thing of the mind. It's brain work. So you consciously work on yourself and tell yourself, I want to put this thing there. It's not been there, but I will put it there. Now, start seeing those things in you. Start visualizing those things that ordinarily you don't want to about your spouse. Start seeing those things about him, about her. Start being romantic right from your mind. And then gradually it will begin to surface. Try not to be too negative about your partner. Try to accept more than rejecting. You know your partner loves this, your partner loves that. Try to accept them. Somebody says some things you can't change. There are some things, and it is true. There are just some things you can't change about your partner. You can't change them all. So what do? You accept them.
Tolerate. Because
the reason why people have problems, cycles of problems, is I must change it, whether I like it or not. And the other person, you change me, we are in it together. So you are trying your best, and the person is not changing. So try to garnish that thing that you feel you don't like. You garnish it in your own little way and accept it about the person. And you know, I've come to know that from when you start accepting, the person also will like, what do I do to make you happy? The reason why we have issues is you don't want to accept the thing, you're always nagging, you're always shouting, and the person will like, I know you don't like it, and that's what I'll keep doing. And then it continues. So you try to accept, you try to make the person feel like, oh, I love you. Okay, for example, in the morning, your spouse have not brushed, and they feel like kissing you. And you're like, you are at it again, you know I hate this thing. He said, oh, so you hate my mouth and
smell it.
But you know, from the moment, the day he made that attempt, and you rushed him. You rushed me. Even you know I've not brushed, say yes. Even when when you brush now, I won't enjoy it again. I want to enjoy it more when you have not brushed. So you mean you love me this much? And before you know, that aura will begin to come back naturally. I'm like, no, this person loves me too much.
Relationship is really work. The way it's work, because it's terrible for it. Like someone has not brushed and you have to like, where is coming from? Okay, before we I don't want to think about it, but please try to brush your teeth.
Oh my God! You're saying you don't want to think about it. I've handled issues where the person will like, the person will tell the wife, please don't brush. I want to kiss you before brushing.
This is weird. Okay, all right, let's end it there. Okay, before we go, there's we are in the month of February when there's love, Valentine, and everything, and people will always let you know that love is money. There's this thing, no woman will like you when you don't have money, and this craze for money and whatever. Is Pastor Ayomano Is love all about money and gifts?
You see, the thing is this. While we were talking, a scripture came to my mind. A little digression. The scripture came to my mind. God said, if you love me, keep my commandments. If you love me, keep my commandments. So you see, God instructed, the gospel instructed that the man should do what?
Keep his
Love his wife. Then the wife should do what? Respect or submit to the husband. Now, when we're talking about romance and love in a marriage, the word of God is saying now, if you actually claim to love this other person, you understand? Keep to his commandment, keep to his rules. The man says, these are the things that is hurting me that you are doing. You actually say you love that person. You keep to those rules. Like I said, the digression. Then coming to about the issue of money. The first thing God gave to man before he brought a woman was work. And God does everything he does for a purpose. The first thing God gave to man before the arrival of the woman was work. And why do we work? We work for what?
Money.
For money. Because there's an issue right now that came to my table last week here, where a lady, was complaining she's leaving her marriage. I said, why? She sent me pictures on WhatsApp where the husband battered her, they went to police station and all of that. So I was like, how did you meet this man? How did it all start? Do you know this girl married this man jobless? She said, I actually married him. He wasn't having a job. He graduated. I was like, things go better. He was living in my apartment. From there, I got transferred. He followed me. So, to cut the long story short, the bottom line of the confusion in that marriage is finance. Now, the girl is saying he married a lazy man, that the man doesn't want to work. This is a marriage of about 5 years. He said the man has never worked one day.
How can a man do?
No. So I told her you married a man who did before God gave the woman to the man. He made sure he gave the man a job. Because relationship require money, but it's not all about money. Money is not the definition, but it requires money.
Okay.
You understand? Money it brings out the money sponsor the icing of the cake in a relationship. The icing of the cake is baked, but the icing on the cake is sponsored by money. So there's no time money will be out of it. That's the bitter truth. You get it? But it's not all about money. Where, I now fault a lot of people is where, the only thing you see about, a relationship, about a person is money. Your drive is the money. You understand? So when there is a little financial problem, you understand, you are confused, you're like that, because the only thing that brought you there in the first place was money. That's the only.
Pastor Richard's been your thoughts before we just round up briefly concerning money. Is love all about money?
I like his take about that issue. Love is not all about money. Love is not all about money. But love is beautiful with money. But love is not all about money. I just hope you get me well. I can be in love, money or no money. Money is just it's what will make it beautiful, but it's not what determines. It's not the main determining factor. Because that's where we're getting it wrong. A man does not have money again, and the woman is always wearing long faces. I can't remain here. I can't remain in this marriage. Is this now so go the day? If love is just a factor, I can decide, okay, my husband does not have money again now. What do I do to make money? To bring money, because he does not, and still submit to him. Because this which we have enough time. Money,
how long?
Money, love without money is, I like to use that your word, is weird. But love can exist without money. Money eventually will be what will make our love beautiful. We want our love to be beautiful. I love you without money, but we need money to make it beautiful. But money is not what determines whether I love you. My friend coming to you and say, now I love you, let's be together. It's not money that will determine it. I see you as a person and I love you. Because I know as I'm saying this, some people, many guests will like, no, you miss it at this point. If I actually marry my husband because of money, I don't think I'll marry him. I didn't marry my husband because of money. But after the marriage, money started coming. And that is when you have value. Because we have had cases where the man will like, get out of my house, I know you married me because of money. If the money, you are before Jack Rob, in fact, I know you are marrying me because of money. But where a man will like, hey, this woman, I love her so much because money or no money, she still stick to me. She still stuck. That is when the love have value. That is when it have value. But that does not mean now for men who are watching, oh, thank God for this talk. I hope you're hearing what they are saying. Whether I give you money or not, keep loving me. For God so loved the world that he gave.
Okay, that giving part is very important. It's February, and by next week we'll continue with this discussion on love and money. I love that. Love and money. They go together.
Yes.
But love is not all about money. Character plays a major role.
So much.
Also.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Pastor Maswe Ayomano, for your thoughts this morning. We deeply appreciate you.
I like the way you pronounce my surname.
And Pastor Richard Benny Maswe, thank you once again for your
My
thoughts.
pleasure.
Daybreak continues after this time out. Please don't go away. All right, thank you for staying connected. It's Daybreak, Tuesday's edition, reaching you live from Edo Broadcasting Service, Adua, Wapidin City, Edo State.
Nigeria.
All right, to Nigeria. All right, this period we are in the season. There is windy, there is dusty, there is cold. Lots is going on during the season, and we have a story on that concerning this weather, the harmattan. How do you take care of your health? How do you take care of yourself so that you overcome the ailment that is associated with this period? Let's say the story on the harmattan. Doctor talking to us on how to take care of ourselves during this period.
A medical practitioner in Benin City, Dr. David Iyamo, described harmattan season as a period that is laden with much dust and cold, and advised residents to ensure they keep their environment clean from dust to avoid ailments associated with harmattan.
One of them is dehydration. In the time, everywhere is dry. The skin is dry, the mouth is dry, and if you don't have enough water in the body, there are diseases that follows. One of them, you can have heat. People come over and say, I have eternal here. It's just due to dehydration. Some of them piss well because they don't have enough water in the body. If these people have a borderline kidney disease, they might tip towards kidney disease, and their inability to piss become established and become a more complicated one. So for those first in the harmattan dry season, we need to take enough water. In the night before you go to bed, I think take about 500 ml of water. That will help to buffer the rate what it needs. On the skin, the water will leave, that leaves ordinarily from the skin, not during harmattan. It's almost about 500 to 800 ml. Sometimes it's more than that, depends on how aggressive you're working in pattern. When we talk about harmattan, it will be about, you won't be just living from the skin, it will be about 1.5 to about 2 liters. And if that's not taken, it affects what we call the physiology of the body. So one has to take care of that. And two, in the harmattan, there's what we call the respiratory problems. The dust are there, very fine particle that you are breathing in. Even in the home, if you are not dusting your tops, there's always dust. And this dust, if you are lucky enough, they may not contain disease, carry disease. But if you are not lucky enough, they carry disease.
Some residents, including parents, share their thoughts on how best to remain healthy during this period of harmattan, adding that children should not be exposed to too much cold this season.
Inhaling dust and other things. And again, the weather is cold. Why don't you use warm water to have your bath? And again, keep warm. Have a jacket, buy a sweater. And okay, for some people who have lips cracking, you can use your lip gloss or something.
Time period, I think you take food that will keep your body system warm, and of course you put on clothes that will cover you or your kids from this harmattan period. You know, if you don't cover them, especially in the morning, you find out these kids when they get to school, they will be feeling feverish, cold, and the rest. And in the morning time, you rub cream because sometimes if you don't rub cream, so you go to a small one. Just now, your hand go the white. So you go just the white. And once the white now, they look say, you know, the bath.
They call it.
All right, that story on the season, Harmattan, and one of what I can get from that, drink a lot of water this season. Drink a lot of water. For the children, you keep them properly when they're going out so that they don't fall sick. And for us,
and take more fruit at this time. Take more vegetable this period. And make sure that you put on dark clothes instead of putting on light clothes. Right. You understand this period.
And a lot of tea for me in this period, drinking more tea so that to clear out the throat.
Yes.
All right, this is the season. You just have to be good to yourself. Just love yourself and love your kids this period so that everybody will stay healthy. For those of us that use we wear glasses, wear it so that you avoid dust.
Yes,
a lot of dust.
Even using face mask is very important at this period.
Face mask, especially in the marketplaces.
Yes, marketplaces.
All right, important. Okay. Benita is standing by for a religious segment, so stay with her. Don't go away. We'll come back now.